Okay, this is Ed from
Ohio.
Ohio.
Ed? Can I speak to you, Ed? Hello, Ed?
Hold on.
Ed, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Who is this?
Oh, okay, because I was just explaining to someone else I'm on a conference call with that if it was going to be an automated system that I was going to disconnect the call because I want to know if this is real.
Yeah, this is real, and the money's real, and I'm going to give some real training tonight.
Okay.
Okay, so with that, here I'm gonna get going here. We're gonna start 2 minutes, top of the hour. In the meantime, my name's Ed Pavelski. I'm from Ohio. You are on my call for the simple reason that at some point you were either looking for a way to market a business or you were looking for a way to make some money, break free of the chains of a job, which I've done back in '03, and I'm still doing it. What I want to do right now is anybody on the call. My name is Ed. I'm from Ohio. Just say your name and your state, and, this is Bob from Cincinnati or whatever. Just go ahead and announce yourselves, first name and state.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait. Start. You're going to have to do something with your child because no one can hear what they're saying.
I will mute them out when the call starts, so you don't have to worry about that. Go ahead and announce yourself, first name and state.
James.
Gene and James.
Hey, Ed, it's James.
Hey, welcome to my call, James.
Hey, how you doing?
Jenny.
And welcome. Marianne, and then somebody in Indiana, and go ahead.
Star.
Tom, Star, okay.
Ann from Wisconsin.
Louisville, Ohio.
Okay, we're Ohio. Orlando. Okay. Go ahead, first name and state. Keep them coming.
Virginia.
Middletown.
Pete.
Okay, awesome. Welcome to my call, everyone.
I have a question, Ed. I have a question. This is Star.
What?
I have a question.
One really quick question.
I need to know if I would need my own website business. I don't know.
Well, I'll get to that. I can answer that question right before I start.
Can I announce myself, Ed? My name is Ann, and there's one other question: why can't you start with $50 and build it?
Right.
You can start with 40. You can. Hi, Detroit. You can start with $45 and build.
Oh, thank you. 45 is good. Okay, this is Star. 45 is good.
And I'll get into those details here, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not just going to sit here and pitch you some program. I'm going to give you some training, some things that I do to help me make money, and multiple things that I do. Last chance,
would you be able to send some information to my email?
I'm
not going to remember everything.
Well, grab a pen and paper. And with that, last chance, anybody wants to say their first name and state, go ahead and do that now.
Hey, Ed.
Elizabeth from Virginia.
Okay.
James Kemp, California.
Hey, James. Hey, welcome to the call.
Great, thank you.
All them people. Hey, Colorado. All right, cool. Now, I'm going to go ahead and mute this call. Hold on 1 second. Let's see what we got here. Mute, okay. Okay, everyone should be able to hear me now. And with that, I am going to start this call. Yes, if you do need to send me an email, you can send me an email to ed@10kweeks.com, ed@10kweeks.com. Do grab a pen and paper. I'm going to give you some free training. Yes, you can start this business for $50, less than $50. You can start it for more. When I first got started in this industry, I had never heard of network marketing, multi-level marketing, home businesses. And so what I did is the business I started cost me $4,000. And I borrowed the money. I was broke. And I can get into that later, but I was flat broke, and I borrowed from like a half a dozen different sources, and I came up with enough to come in at $4,000. In 19 days, I put over $11,000 in my pocket, and it works. Since then, I've learned how to make it work even better and better and better. And I'll show you things that I'm doing today. Like I said, and then somebody had a question. I might have answered it. I might not have answered it just now. If not, they can email me. But as you just heard, there's a lot of people on this call. and you can hear, let's see, I can see how many people. Looks like I got at least 50, almost 60 people at least on this call right now. And I'm actually going to unmute this for 1 second and make sure you all can hear me. So hold on. Now, can everyone still hear me? Were you hearing me talk all that time?
Yes.
Yes. 50 people on this call.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Now I'm putting you back in lecture. Okay, cool. So there's and now it looks like it's up to 60 people. It's going to keep going up. I'll probably have people join this call until about 5-10 minutes after the call, and then I'll have people come on about an hour after this call. So grab a pen and paper. I'm going to do several things. One, I'm going to tell you what I do. I'm going to tell you some ways to get people kind of like tiny little robots working for you, get things working for you, hundreds of them. So things are working for you while you sleep so that you're, A, building relationships with people while you sleep, selling while you sleep, making money while you sleep. I'm going to show you how to set up some tiny little robots on the Internet that do this stuff for you. Oh, the question somebody had, do you have to set up a website? If you do this system, the instant you get in, you have a website. We set it up for you. Boom, it's done. Within the second that you pay $25 to get into this, you have a business and a system where you can make money. I'm going to show you how to make money from the $25 level. If you want to put more money in, hallelujah, amen, you'll make more money faster. It's just the way it is. But you can build up if you're not in that position. If you already have a business, you can use what I use here. You can use this same business to actually not only pay you, but also help you get leads for whatever business. And I'll give you an example. I wrote an article about another business. I put it on my blog, which is the product here, and is the level 1 product. And I rank on Google for several different companies, several different things, and people opt into my site and buy my stuff because I rank for other people's stuff. I mean, imagine if you ranked for Apple, if somebody searched apple pie and they found your blog, okay, and on the side of your blog it says, learn how to make money from home, and they clicked it and that person paid you. Imagine how many people, there's 7 billion people on this planet that are searching the Internet, looking for stuff on the Internet, and imagine if you ranked for apple pie, okay? And I'll get into that when I talk about the product. But imagine if you ranked for that, even if you have a different company, and you were promoting it on our blog, and then people search that product, and they find you instead of your competition, your other people in your company. Wouldn't you like to get those people just signing up with you? So I'm going to teach you some training on how to get little robots out there on the Internet doing this stuff for you. But first, I'm going to start at the beginning. I want to teach you guys how to get to $10,000 a month if you have to sell your TV to get $50. And I know that sounds crazy because I don't know of many TVs that are only worth $50. But I want to show you if that's how desperate your situation is your TV now for $50, is it worth $10,000 a month in 100 days? And that's a no-brainer because I don't know many TVs that cost $10,000 a month. So, there's just nothing out there that compares to financial freedom, time freedom, money freedom, being able to do what you want, when you want, with who you want. I want to teach you how to do that tonight. I'm blessed that I have that. Now, if you aren't making 6 figures while you sleep. I woke up this morning, I had $1,893.72 new money deposited in my account overnight. $1,893.72 or 27 cents. I don't remember. The cents don't matter. That was deposited in my bank account last night. I had a day last week where I broke 2,200 and the founder of the company posted in a chat, wow, it just hit 2,200 today. And I went, oh, I did? And I looked, and I went, oh, I did. That's pretty cool to make money without knowing it. Make money while you sleep. Think about what the system's like out there right now. Most people are, and like I said, grab a pen and a paper, throw me on speakerphone, write, concentrate, focus on this, because I'm talking about freedom here. I'm talking about freedom for you. But most people are stuck in a broken system. And that's why they're broke, because the system's broke, and they're staying broke. And we're in a society that teaches them to be broke. They teach you, go get a job, do what you're told when you're a kid. Then when you get to school, go and let the teacher tell you what to do. Once the teacher tells you to, go there and work real hard for that teacher, get good grades so you can come out and get in a good college. Work real hard in college so you can come out and get in a bigger college or a good job. Work real hard at that good job. Work for 40 years, and you're still broke. That's a broken system. That is a broken system. Because after your 40 years of labor and working for that boss, now you get to rely on Social Security. How many people do you know that get to retirement age that go live in the Bahamas? Maybe you know one, but all the rest of the people, what do they do when they retire? They're still broke. They're still struggling, and most of them have to keep a job when they're 70, 80, or they have to go out and get a job after they're retired and realize they couldn't do it. It's because the system's broke. Our society in the whole world teaches dependence on a job, dependence on a boss, dependence on a government, however you're getting your checks. They teach that is the solution to the problem. And the system is the problem. The system is the problem. So let's teach you how to get out of it. Okay, I got out of it. I broke out. I was lucky. I got into this industry back 2003. I was looking for extra money. Get this. I worked 15 years for a company. I finished my master's degree. You come out, you're supposed to do what you're told. You come out and get a good job, go to school. Okay, so I couldn't do that because my situations didn't allow it for me to come out and go to school. I had to come out and get a job. I worked my butt off until I was in my 30s. And when I was in my 30s, I was working my butt off and going to school at night. I got a master's in business, and I realized after I got my master's in business that because I was sick and tired of being flat busted broke, having negative money in your bank account, owing $80,000 in credit cards, 2 mortgages, 2 car payments. I was sick of that crap. And I was looking for a way. So I went to college every night while I was working. Had a son who I don't remember what he was doing when he was 7 and 8 years old. I don't know what he was doing because I was working his life away. That's what I was doing. And I never heard of network marketing, never heard of MLM, never heard of home businesses, and I was like, I'm going to find a way to make some money. I went online, how to make extra money. And I talked to a gentleman today. He was working, prime example that the system's broke. Guy was working, and he actually just joined me. He joined me last night, and I didn't even know he joined me because the system does so much. I have tiny robots out there working for me like they're going to work for you. So he joined me yesterday. He gave me a call today because he had a little issue. He paid for something, then he declined. He changed his mind, and then he paid again because he got mixed up on something, which was fine. So we talked. This guy was working a job. He was working his regular job. Then he was working another job. He had 2 jobs. And we were talking, and he had a nice car that he really liked. He was happy with his car. He had a house, and he was paying his bills. Well, the broke system that we're in, whatever you think of politics, I don't really care because really, you want to be the ruler. You don't want to worry about who's president, who's the ruler right now. You want to be your own boss and rule your own stuff. Okay, so the way the politics and the economy and everything happened, he lost his jobs. Well, they retrained him, okay? He went, got retrained. They trained him for a job that you need experience to do, so he couldn't get a new job because you need experience, and he only had the training but no experience. So now he's working 30-some hours a week, and he's still broke. Can't enjoy the house anymore, can't enjoy the car anymore because the system's broke. So where is he now? He's trying to find an extra way to make money. I was trying to find a way to make extra money. I stumbled onto something. I put an ad in just like you guys answered an ad somewhere, online or offline. And I went in, and I put my phone number out there, and I got a call. Like, you got a call. Notice, tonight, I didn't call any one of you. You are all here What are we at? I don't know. We're at 86 people on this call. I told you to keep growing. 86 people on this call right now. I didn't talk to one of you because of systems in place. Now I have systems that work for me instead of me working 16 hours a day for a boss. So my friend here, he joined me because of the systems in place. Here we are tonight. I have 86 people on a call because of these systems, email systems, voice broadcasting systems, and other things that I have on the internet that got you guys into my system. So back when I got into this, I jumped in. 19 days, I put over $11,000 in my pocket and went, wow, I was looking for an extra $11,000 a year. I just tripled my monthly income working 2 hours a night. That's pretty cool. So I fired my boss. That was in 2003. 4 months later, I had my first $20,000 month. Now it's 9 years later. I'm a top earner in 3 programs right now. I've been a top earner in another 3 programs. And I don't bounce from program to program. I tie them all together so that it's kind of like you can balance one business. If you have a business right now and you have that one business, it's kind of like you're trying to balance your platform, your business, on one leg. If you don't have marketing, that's another leg. You have to have marketing, and you should have always an upsell, which is a third leg, kind of like a stool, like a platform. You can stand on that. If you only have one pedestal, one leg on your platform, you better be ultra talented or have a lot of money to throw at it, or be like, how do you balance on a one-legged stool? Well, ask a circus clown. I'm not one. So I'm going to give you some things here in place, something that combines marketing, money, and a system. Okay, that's what all this does for you. Okay, so if you grab the pen and paper, the first thing I want to talk to you about, and you can write this down, the power of intention. You have to decide what you want. Decide right now, and you should write it down. So right now, So right now, W-R-I-T-E, right now, what is your intention? Where do you plan on being 100 days from now? Where do you want to be? Write it down. You're probably not going to be a millionaire 100 days from now, but where do you want to feasibly be? If I can help you to get to $10,000 a month in 100 days, do you want to be there? Write it down. Write your intention down. And I'll just give you a little bit about the power of intention. I mean, I'm sure you've all heard of self-fulfilling prophecies. What is a self-fulfilling prophecy? That's like if you go into a fortune teller and she says, you're going to die in a gruesome car crash tomorrow. On your way home, you're sitting there thinking of a car crash the whole way home, and you think of it, and you're driving extremely cautious, and somebody starts to pull out in front of you, and they stop, and they don't, but you swerve out of the way, and you swerve into an oncoming truck, and you die in a gruesome car crash because you were so worried that you were going to die in a gruesome car crash. That's a self-fulfilling prophecy. That is the power of intention. Okay, what do you intend to do? I'll give you another little, I have a daughter. I have 5 kids. And by the way, I get to be with my family instead of being at a job every day. But my daughter, one of them's 18. When she was about 15, she played volleyball at school. And we were out in the backyard. We were just hitting the ball, doing a serve. Now, I'm not a super jock, but I'm pretty athletic. I can hit a volleyball. I might have said soccer. A volleyball, I can hit it as a serve where I want it to go. And I can do it pretty flawlessly. So we were just practicing serves back and forth to each other. Well, we were in my dad's backyard, and there was a slight divot in the grass by her foot. Well, she hit the ball to me, and I went to serve. I hit it back and forth, and we were both doing really good. And as I went to serve, she stepped in the divot, okay? And so she looked down at the ground. She didn't fall, but she kind of gave a little stumble and looked down at her feet. Well, I was in the middle of a serve, and bam, I hit it. And as she looked at her feet, I looked at her feet. I focused where she was looking. And lo and behold, the ball went right where I hit it, right to her feet, instead of right to her. But it went down low and hit the ground. Nothing miraculous happened here. But it's just an illustration of the power of focus and intention. You're going to hit the ball where you're looking. If you're throwing a ball and you might be throwing in a straight line, straight in front of you, but if you're looking off to the left, the ball's going to pull to the left. If you're driving a car and you're looking over your right shoulder, the car will slightly pull to the right. That's just the tendency. You go where your focus is. So what is your intention? Where do you intend to be? This company has an event in Austin, Texas in January. It starts on the 18th, which is a Friday. Now on Thursdays, they take the top people, and they go, and like last event they did, they took the top people on a cruise the day before, and they cruised around the event, and they had a big old party. They took the top 25 in the contest. Okay? So for me, what I did, the last contest, I went, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it. And I never worried about it. I never focused on it. I had no intention. I didn't really care. I just went, I'm going to make money. I didn't focus on the contest at all. Well, about a month before the contest was over, I went, oh, crap, I can't even get to be in the top 35 and enjoy all the stuff that goes on the day before. Okay? Now, this contest, they're going to do the same thing. And the day before, the Thursday instead of the Friday, they're going to have a big wine and dine for the people that place in the contest. And anybody can place in the contest. They're going to take the top 35. So I set my intention, I set my focus when this contest started. I mean, we have 71,000 people who have bought this product and are members in this system. So the competition isn't easy, but you can do it. If you wanted to do this, you can actually do this. So what I did is I actually set my intention. I went, I'm going to place in the top 35 in this contest, come hell or high water. I'm going to do it because I'm going to enjoy the festivities the day before. So I set my intention, and here's how I so much set my intention. I just didn't write it down on a piece of paper. I bought my airline tickets. I didn't buy them for Friday morning so I could enjoy Friday, Saturday, Sunday. No. I set my intention, and I bought my ticket for Wednesday so that I could get there Wednesday night, sleep in my hotel, wake up Thursday morning, enjoy the festivities with all the top earners and the top competition winners, and be there Friday. I set my intention. I believed it, and I did something about it. Are you doing something about your goals? Are you actually just going, I'm going to do it. I'll do it tomorrow. Don't do it tomorrow. Do it now. Set your intention. Set your intent. What do you intend to happen? What do you intend to make happen? So right now, I mean, that was, a month ago, I don't know, over a month ago, they mentioned this in the contest. I set my intention. I bought my airline tickets, and now that's in my focus, okay? Right now, out of 71,000 people who've bought our product over the last 13 months, in this contest, I'm number 13 or 14 right now. Out of 71,000 people, because I set my intention, because I said, I'm going to do this, and I knew what I had something to go for, and I made it as a goal, but not just a goal that I wrote down on a piece of paper. I made it as something I was going to make happen, and I keep it in my forefront every day. And I paid extra for my airline tickets because I have to pay extra for my hotel, and I have to pay extra money out of my pocket to get there and do this because I'm planning on being part of that. I mean, can you imagine being able to walk around? If there were 71,000 people in your city and you took the top 20 income earners in the city and you get to walk around and party all day, that's some great relationships to build. And you could technically get in this group. You could still do it before. But my point is, set your intention. Don't just write down a goal. Write down a goal. Do something about it. If your goal is to make $10,000 a month in the next 100 days, write it down and do something now. Do something tonight. Now, if you went on my voice broadcast, I had a link in there. You have my email address. You have in my email, if you got an email from me, from my system, if you got an email, that has in it a link to join with me now. You can join for $25 right now. You can do that. Okay, so set your intention. Where will you be 100 days from now? Now, I'm going to real quick talk about some robots before I go talk about the company and how to make money and all that. A lot of you may already know that, but I'm going to talk about the robots to help you make money. But to do that, I'm going to first start laying out our product to you. And I already told you why you want it no matter what your business is, because you can get ranked on search engines for your company. If you already have a company, if you're already selling anything, you can get ranked on the search engines, which is Google and Yahoo. When people go in there, the Internet's based on search. What do? They go in there, and they search a term. They might search, how do I make apple pie? How do I make more money in XYZ company? Well, if you write an article and put it on your blog through our system, there's a good chance that you'll rank on Google. I rank for a lot of things. In fact, here's why our blog works. And this deals with the robots, okay, that are going to work for you. Okay, here's how our blog works. You think about if you go Google any, and I like to do this. I always try to pick opposites. So let's pick Mitt Romney or Barack Obama. If you go search either one of them or both of them on a search engine, like say Google, there's a good chance that on the front page, the first page of Google, you're going to have Facebook.com/Romney, LinkedIn.com or Twitter.com/Barack Obama, or LinkedIn.com/Sarah Palin. Why do these companies set it up like that? It's one, it's for ease of use, but two, it makes them get ranked. What is there? They say there's 500 million. There's probably 250 million people on. There's probably 250 to 350 million people on Facebook. Okay, of all those people on Facebook, all of them, it's Facebook.com/their username. Well, here's how search engines work. In a nutshell, they take and if people are visiting Facebook a lot, that gives them weight, that gives them clout with Google and Yahoo and all these other websites. There's a lot of people there. So every time people post on these things, that creates social buzz. The other thing is the structure of the website, Facebook.com/. So that elevates Facebook because there's 250 million users to 500 million users that have a Facebook.com/username Ed from Ohio or whatever. So all those pages, again, gives Google, it says, hey, these guys are doing a lot of stuff over here. So in other words, the content that you put on it, the fact that there's lots of pages on the Internet regarding that company, it gives them authority to Google, to Yahoo, to Bing, to all these websites. And that means when you write an article about how do I bake a homemade Dutch apple pie, there's a good chance that Google's going to rank you. And when they rank you, people see your stuff. People see your stuff. And when they see your stuff, what do? Well, there's always ads on the side of your stuff, right? Well, what if those ads paid you money? Well, if you could rank for something that gets 1,000 views a month, well, that's 1,000 people that get to see your ads on the side who might pay you every month. That's the power of a properly built, structured system and website. So, like the lady asked earlier, do I have to have a website? Do I get a website? Whatever. Okay? Ours is empowernetwork.com / like mine, Ed from Ohio. And it will be the company's name, your username. And you can write whatever you want on your blog. Now, I encourage people to write about business. And if you have a business, write about your business and get ranked on Google for your business so that when somebody goes searching for your business, they find you. If they buy your business, they buy it from you. If they don't buy your business, they may be interested in our stuff They buy it, and you still make the money. It's a win-win. Okay, so the structure of our system makes it so that you can be found all over the Internet. So that's just kind of important to know. That is a $25 product, $25 a month. If you buy the $25 a month product and Joe signs up underneath you for the $25 a month product, guess how much you make? $25 a month. You make $25 a month off of $25 a month. If you got 10 Joes that pay $25 a month, you're paying you $25 a month. That's $250 a month. We have different levels. I'm going to have you write these levels down real quick. But back one more thing about the power of the traffic that you can get. I was flipping through the TV one day, and I saw Fox News had this. They played a recording of this doctor, some lady, and she was making some comments. Okay, and Fox News was featuring her comments. So I watched it, and I went, oh, that's kind of cool. And then I flipped through my channels. Well, then I went online, and I Googled about this lady, and get this. I took her video from the Fox News online channel. I took her video. I posted it in my blog. I went online, and somebody had written down all her words to that, so I copied that, and I pasted it underneath her video, and that's all I did. I didn't even really do any work. And then at the end of that, I said, if you want to see how Dr. So-and-so pays me money every day, and she'll pay you too, click the banner on the right. That's all I did. I did that within 24 hours. Get this. I outranked Fox News for their own content. So understand the power of that. Fox News, that's a pretty big channel. I mean, that's one of the top 3 or 4 channels, maybe the top channel. My point is they have an online presence. I posted their stuff on my blog, and I was number 2 on Google, or number 1 on Google, and they were number 2 within 48 hours. That's powerful. So you can take any content, rank for it, get paid. Okay? But that is our level 1 product. It's that blogging platform. As soon as you join at $25, bam, you're able to sell it. Bam, you're able to rank for whatever you want to rank for. Okay? Now, we have 4 other products. I'm going to have you write these products down. There's a $25 product. Let's break these down the left side. Underneath the $25, go ahead and put a $100 product. Both of those are monthly. $25 and $100 monthly. And like I said, you can start at $25. We have a $19 that the company, since they're letting us keep all the money, they need to have a little bit of money to run the business. So everybody pays $19 a month. So at the bottom level, you can start at $25, and the $19 for the company, you're talking $45. So I heard a lot of people go, oh, I can do $50. Okay, that's fine. Start wherever you have to start. Get started. Set your intention. I'm going to be at X dollars in 100 days. Set your intention and start somewhere. Okay, so there's the 25. Underneath that, put the 100. And if you put a little M by both of those, that means monthly, which also means if someone buys it from you, you make 25 monthly or 100 monthly. Okay, so if you have 10 people paying you $125 monthly, that's $1,250 a month, $1,250 a month, just at those 2 levels. Now, we also have some one-time levels, and these products, I just told you the first one. I can go into details on all the other ones, but frankly, you're here to make money, so I'm trying to show you the money. You can get into all the products. All the products, we have a $500 product, put that underneath the 100, so 25, 100, 500. We have underneath that, put a $1,000 product, and underneath that, put $3,500. We have a $3,500 product. Now, this is not a cash gifting program where we just throw money from one to the other. These are real products that have actually sold. The $500 product was designed around a $3,000 event. To attend the event costs $3,000. We're selling it now for $500. You buy it once, you can sell it hundreds of times, and you make $500 commissions over and over and over and over. And there's a little bit of some difference in the pay plan and all that. I can explain that. I just want to show you how to make money. So you've got on top of each other. First 25, underneath that 100, underneath that 500, underneath that 1,000, underneath that 3,500. Now to the right of each of these numbers, I want you to write some other numbers. Next to the 25, put 10. Okay? To the right of the number 100, put 5. And to the right of the number 500, next to that, put 2. And next to the $1,000 level, put 1. Next to the 3,500, you can put a question mark because that's a new product, so I can't give you a real ratio, and I'm not going to BS you to hype you up and help you get the $3,500 product. I don't do that. I'm figuring about 1 out of every 3 that do the 1,000 will do the 3,500. But here's what those numbers mean. If you get 10 people to sign up at the $25 level, half of them, 5 of them, will automatically do the $100 level without even talking to you. They just do. So 10 do the 25, 5 of them automatically do the 100. Out of those 5 that do the 100, 2 of those will actually step up to the 500. And most of the time, this happens without talking to you. And then, of those 2 that step up to the 500, 1 will step up to the 1,000. I'm a numbers guy. That's just the ratio, and it just flat out works. So if you bring in 10, if you're at those first 4 levels, now like I said, the 3,500, I could give you some numbers, but they would be bogus because the product's only a month and a half old. So I can't say, oh, every other person that does the, I can't do that without lying to you. The point is if you get 10 to do the 25, and you're at those 4 levels, whatever levels you're in, you get paid at. But if you're at those 4 levels, you're going to have 1 that does the 1,000, 2 that do the 500, and 5 that do the 100. And that's just the ratio. That's the numbers game. So how do we make money with this thing? I mean, well, you know how we get traffic. You got to have marketing and traffic to make money in anything. How do I get you to $10,000 a month? Now, first of all, let me back up one more spot. I'm just going to tell you where I started when I started. I started at the 25, the 100, and the 500. 25, 100, and 500. And I'm going to give you a simple formula here. If you want to get to $10,000 a month, be at the first 3 or 4 levels and get 1 person a day at 25. Just 1 a day. And the way the system's designed, these people automatically step up. Now, here's the powerful thing for me. They told me that. I didn't believe it. You know, I have a bigger business. I went, I'm not going to work this thing. So I kind of worked this just kind of in the background. I worked it literally 15 minutes every other day. I joined at the first 3 levels, and 15 minutes every other day. Here's what I did. They sent me an email. I took the email, and I changed the link to my join link, and then sent the email back out to people I knew. Okay? I did that every other day for the first 32 days. I was at the 3 levels. So 32 days, I brought in 34 people. So just about 1 a day, slightly over 1 a day. 1 a day in 34 days, or 34 people in 32 days, I brought in $10,600 that went in my bank account. So that's how you can get right now to a 6-figure income in 30 days. I'm going to show you the cheap way too. But if you're at least the first 3 levels, maybe the first 4, if you're a big thinker, get in the 5, set your intention, and do it. Do it. Go just click on a link. You know, there's a link in your email. I gave you a link. I'm not going to pass out my link on this line simply because I have other people that invited some of their team here. But if you're a big thinker and you want to make money now, you want to be making 6 figures in the next 30 to 60 days, join in at the 6 1/4 or 16.25. Okay? Now I'm going to show you how to set up robots over the next 100 days. I'm going to show you that now. But I started at the 6 1/4. In a minute, I'm going to show you how to do it even if you start at $50. Okay? But first, how do you set up robots? Let's do a little training here. For instance, the blog. Okay? Let's start there. I'm going to give you 2 ways to set up 100 robots in the next 100 days. So I'm going to give you 2 ways to do 100 robots in the next 100 days. So that means 2 times 100. It means I'm giving you a way to have 200 robots working for you while you sleep, building relationships with people while you sleep, selling so that when you wake up, you have a paycheck like I did this morning, $1,893.72. You just wake up to it because the robots are working for you. So what are the robots? Well, I mentioned blogging. You might not know how to blog. Over the next week, I'm going to be teaching you how to blog, which all a blog is an article. Okay? You write an article about how do I make a homemade Dutch apple pie. There's an article. What is an autoresponder? Well, if you don't know, we're going to teach you, and as we teach you, just write it down. 4 or 5 paragraphs. Here's what it is. Okay? That's what a blog post is. It's just simply an article that you write. Now, over the next week, I'm going to teach you how to write an article without writing. Okay? Think about that. I'm going to teach you how to write an article without writing and without typing. I'll teach you how to do that. I'm going to be doing training calls starting, I'm going to probably do another call like this today, tomorrow, and the next day, and then I'm going to be doing training calls every day. And each one of these I'm going to teach something. But here's how you get 200 robots, 100 written articles. All you have to do is every day take something and write about it. Now let's say we wrote about, why do I want to make money from home? That's a blog post. Why should I make money from home? Okay, so you write that. So somebody Googles, they happen to go on Google and say, I want to make money from home. Well, it pulls that out of your article, and it pulls them to your article. They read it, and then they see the way to make money. How do I make money from home? So let's say they Google that, and they find your blog. Let's say they search, how do I make a homemade Dutch apple pie? Well, you wrote about it. Well, here's a cool little trick. I'll give you one of the tricks right now on how to write a blog without writing a blog. If you have a smartphone, or if your kid has a smartphone, or you know someone who has a smartphone, there's a little application in your smartphone. You can go over to your smartphone and you can download it for free, AK Notepad. AK Notepad. You can go to the Google App Store or the iPad Store, iPhone Store, whatever it is, and you can download this AK Notepad for free. All you have to do is you push on the notepad, it creates a notepad. You push on the notepad again, and it'll pop up your little keyboard so you can start typing whatever you want to type. Type your blog. Well, if you notice, your smartphone will have a little microphone down in the corner. If you push the microphone button, it pops up this thing that says Speak Now. And you could basically say, how do I make a homemade Dutch apple pie? My recipe. Period. It'll think for like 2 seconds, and boom, it pops up your sentence right there. And then you do the same thing again. You hit the little speaker again, and you go, or the little microphone again, and you say, it's time for the holidays. People are looking for homemade Dutch apple pies, and they want to know how to make one homemade. Stop. It thinks for 2 seconds. Boom, it pops up your sentence. You can talk your whole blog post right into this AK Notepad. Then all you have to do is push it. When you're done, you just hold your finger on it, and it'll say share. And you just share it via email and send it right to your computer. Or if you don't even have a computer, go to the library. I don't care how you do it. The point is you send it to your email. Then when you go to your computer, you get your own email, and oh, lo and behold, there's your article. You just highlight it, copy, and paste. And if you don't know how to highlight, copy, and paste, go to YouTube and click highlight, copy, or type in highlight, copy, paste, and they'll show you on YouTube. It's that easy. Anything you want to learn how to do, YouTube. So I just showed you how to write a blog without writing a blog post. Okay? Now, if you do one post a day for the next 100 days, one post a day for the next 100 days, once you do one post, it is out on the internet forever. It doesn't come down. You can't hide it. It's there for everybody to see and everybody to find. So let's think about this. If you got 100 posts out there, what's happening? People are searching things. Let's say your 100 posts finds one person a month who makes the decision, 100 people who says, I'm going to make money, and they click on your link, and they buy. One person a month, but you've got 100 of them out there. Let's say bad numbers. Let's say 100 people a year, one from each of your posts, Now, you got to get 100 out there. If you got one out there, one person a year isn't going to make you any money. Okay? It's just not going to work. But if you got 100 and 100 of them join you, 100 people join you at the 25, and then they upsell and all that. When they do that, 100 posts that are out there, so one a day, so that you should write that down. Set your attention. I will make one post a day for 100 days. Write it down, because right there is a way to get 100 people in the next 12 months if just one person joins a year from each of those posts. Okay, there's one way. Let's get to, I said I'd give you 2 ways. So here's the second way. The second way is simple videos. If you got a smartphone, or even if a lot of dumb phones, even some of my wife had a phone. She never upgraded for a smartphone for a long time, but it basically you could flip it around and it actually did videos. So she could do a video of herself. If you learn something just a little bit every day, and you open your mind and learn a little bit every single day, what will happen is over time, every day you're going to learn a little something. All you have to do is go online and blog about it. What if you learn how to copy and paste today? Hey guys, I went on YouTube today and I learned how to copy and paste. Here's how you do it. Well, you're helping someone out there, and you title your video, and it's really easy to upload that video over to YouTube, and then you can even put it on your blog. So now it's in 2 places. But there are people out there that are searching, how do I copy and paste? So you, all of a sudden, look like their guru. Oh my God, Joe showed me how to copy and paste. I've been trying to figure this out for 6 months. Boom, you became their guru. And now they're going to go, oh, how are they making money online with a blog like this and a video? They click the link, they buy, you make the money. So simple videos. You should write down your second intention. Well, your first intention is I want to make X number of dollars. Your second intention is to get there, I need content, so I'm going to do 1 blog post a day, or 1 post on an article site a day, or 1 post on, and then your third intention is I'm going to do a video a day. Do you have to be in the video? Some people aren't comfortable with it. I say do it, because what happens is I have people watching my videos in the middle of the night while I'm sleeping. And I have people call me up and go, oh, Ed, I watched like 20 of your videos, dude. And, man, you are awesome. They treat me like I'm Al freaking Pacino. They're like, you're like a movie star, and all you did was maybe share a technique with them, help them with something. And when you do that, they just look to you like you are the guru. You are their savior when it comes to saving them from the broken money system that we're in. Okay? And you don't have to learn high-tech stuff. You don't have to learn anything high-tech. Learn where you learn. Learn a little bit of it every day. Do a video, do an article about it. Bang, bang. You've got 2 posts a day. A video and an article. Takes you less than an hour and a half a day to do those 2 posts. In 100 days, you've got 200 tiny robots online on the internet working for you every day. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. This is not like a lottery ticket. Oh, I bought the program for $25, and now it doesn't work. I blogged 3 times this month. No, this is not that. If you're afraid of spending an hour a day on a business that'll make you $10,000 a month, then work a job. I mean, to be blunt, if you can't work an hour a day to 2 hours a day on your business, on something that'll make you $10,000 a month, then you can go work 40 hours a week for a job that'll pay you $1,000 a week. I mean, an hour a day to do, I just showed you how to set this up. And as an example, I'll give you an example. John Wells, one of the people in our program. John Wells came into this. He was broke. Now, if you think you're broke, and I'm going to give you the money situation, how to do this, but if you think you're broke, John Wells, here's how broke he was. He was living in an apartment, didn't have any money for food, so what did he do? He went out. He was the guy you see in Vegas passing out those flyers. They call them flyers, but they're call girl cards. He was out there passing them out for extra money so he could put food on his table. So that's how broke he was. Okay, he came in, he got enough money to get the 25 and the 100, And he came in, and then he wanted to do more. So I mentioned sell your TV earlier. The reason I said that is because he didn't have enough to do the 500. He sold his TV, and he got to the 6.25. He did 2 to 3 blog posts every day. I just showed you how to do 2 a day, working in about an hour. Okay? He did 2 to 3 blog posts a day. His first month, a few $100s. His second month, a couple thousand. His 6th month, by his 6th month, a couple blog posts a day. Now, what's 6 months? That's 180 days. Okay, 6 months, what did he accomplish? $30,000 in income. Didn't know anything about marketing. Didn't know anything about really anything else. And he just blogged. He just put stuff on his blog. Now, he didn't do videos which build personal relationships because people sit there and they feel like they're in the same room talking to you. By the way, I'm going to teach you how to do blogs without even using a camera, too. If you want to know how to do that, I'm going to teach that in the coming week. If you don't have a camera, you can still do video. I'll show you how. And I'm going to show you a bunch of cool stuff. If you don't want your face on camera, you don't have to have your face on camera. But the point is, if he'd have done video, too, people would have got his voice. He would have built faster because when they do call him, they go, oh, I know you. I've heard all your videos. Throw a picture up there. I've seen you on all the videos, and they think they know you. Just like if you saw Oprah on the street, you'd want to go talk to her and get her autograph. And you'd run up and go, oh, Oprah, can I have your autograph? And you'd want to give her a hug. You know, why? Because you see her over and over. Or whoever, Oprah, Al Pacino, I don't care who. Doesn't matter. But they would treat you like a celebrity. I go to events, and people come up to me. They want to talk to me. People I don't know. Hey, you're Ed from Ohio. And they're my best friend. I don't even know them. They want to give me money. They want to join me. And I'm like, cool. Go over to the link and sign up. Okay? I mean, that's what the power of video. So anyway, so I just gave you 200 ways, or a way to get 200 robots on the internet working for you every day. John Wells went from $0. He joined at 6.25, and he got in 6 months to 30 grand. His 7th month, he did like 7 or 8 grand. His 8th month, he hit 10 grand in a month. We're talking per month now. And by I believe it was his 9th month, he was breaking 12 grand a month. Not a bad little income for just going out there and blogging. Okay? Now I'm going to show you how to leverage this right, that you can still do the same thing, even at that amount. And if you think you're broke, remember, the founder of this company started his online business 3 years ago and him and his partner are responsible for earning $20 million in commissions this year. And the founder was living in a van, V-A-N. He was living in a van 3 years ago, 3.5, 4 years ago. I mean, that's pretty powerful. So John Wells, no money, had to sell his TV. I mean, we're talking anybody can do this. Okay, so how do you get from $25 to the $10,000 a month? You start here. You go to my link. You can actually click on it in my email, and you can do it right now, and I won't be offended if you're joining right now while I'm talking. There's a link in there to join. You go click on it. Click on the join.mywebsite.net. You go in there. You fill out the instructions. You hit I accept. It takes you to the pay page. You fill out your credit card info. There's a little scroll bar. You scroll through the terms of service, click I agree, and join. Boom, you're in. Okay, that's step 1. Step 2, of course, is we start putting our little robots out there. The goal is to get 1 a day. If you do 1 a day, if you're at 3 or 4 levels, you're going to hit $10,000 a month within 60 days. Probably within 30. I did it in 32 days. Okay, John Wells, he did it. It took him a little bit longer, but everybody's different. The point is, if you start at 25, do 1 a day. Let's do the math. 25 times 30, and let's say only 20 of them are paying you. $25 times 20 in your first month. That means you made $500, and that's all you started with was $45. You made $500 in 30 days at 1 a day. Okay, so once you've done that, Now, any smart business person, which I'm assuming you're smart because you're on my call, if you do 500 in profit in your first 30 days, and if you've got 30 people that are paying you, that's actually $750, but 500 in profit. If you're smart, you take $100 of that money, $100, and you put it to get to the second level. So now you're at 125. Now let's do the math again. We go another 30 days, so that puts us at 60 days. But for the next 30 days, you're making 25 and 100 when people sign up. So if we go, let's say we got 20 more people that are paying you, and it should be more than that, but one a day, let's say 20 people are paying you $25 a month, 20 more. Well, that's another 20 times 25 is $500 more a month. But don't forget the people from the first month, those people, well, they're also still paying their $25 a month, which comes to you. So now you got 500 from last month that pays again, and you got 500 new this month that pays. So that's actually $1,000 in month 2, just at the $25 level. Okay, but remember my numbers I gave you: 10, 5, 2, and 1. In your second month, if 20 of those people pay you $25 a month, 10 of them are automatically going to do the 100. So 10 times 100, that's $1,000 that you're now eligible to earn. And again, it's monthly. So now you're at 500, 500, and 1,000. That's $2,000 you make in month 2. And this is from starting at $25 and just focusing on one a day and having about 20 a month new people pay you. So now in month 2, you just made $2,000 off of a $25 and $100 level. Now here's the last piece of this to get you to that $10,000 level. If you made $2,000, and if you're smart, which you are because you're on this call, then you take a piece of that $2,000 and you upgrade to the third level, which is the 500. Okay? Now when you do the same thing next month, don't forget you've got 500, 500, and a new 500 in the third month, so 1,500 residual monthly payments. You've got $1,000 at the $100 level paying you from last month. You got a new 1,000 this month that are paying you from the new month. I mean, the numbers start getting crazy here because now you're making $3,500 a month just from the first 2 levels. By the end of your third month, you're making $3,000 to $4,000 a month while you sleep. You wake up with money in your bank account, $3,000 to $4,000 a month. But since if you were smart in the second month when you made a couple grand, if you upgraded to the 500, maybe even the 1,000 if you're really smart, and you kept an extra bonus $500 for yourself, but you took $1,500 and popped into those other 2 levels. Now you're getting another half dozen people at the 500 the next month, and another 3 or 4 at the 100 or at the 1,000. So now you're looking, if you start breaking these numbers down, 3,500 residual plus all the other. Like I said, I did 34 people in 32 days in my first month, and I made $10,600 and change. You're now in that position after 100 days, starting with a little $25 program. Now, if you want to make $10,600 in your first 30 days, then you need to start at a bigger level. But I don't care where you start. The goal is this: set your intention. You cannot hit your target if you're not looking at the target. Okay? If you've got a gun or a bow and arrow and you're aiming at the target and you're looking somewhere else and you've not set your intention what you're shooting at, if you're shooting at nothing, you are sure to hit it. What does that mean? If you're shooting, not looking at anything, if you're shooting at nothing, you're going to hit nothing. You are sure to hit it. Set your intention now. Where do you want to be 100 days from now? Do you want to still be working your stinking job? Or maybe you love your job. Do you want to still be working at your beautiful job? Or do you want to be working there because you love your job and you want to do it for free and you'd like to have an extra 10 grand a month coming into your bank account? Set your intention now and take action. Okay? We can look at a bicycle and we can look at it and go, oh, that's a perfect system. I love the way the chain and the pedals tie into the wheels, and if I turn that wheel like this, it's going to pedal. And if you don't get on the dang bike and pedal, and you can even intend, I'm going to ride the bike. You don't just, intention is not just intention. You can say, I'm going to ride the bike. I'm going to ride the bike. I'm going to ride the bike. And you can keep doing that. And if you could see me right now, I'm standing up in my office and I'm rocking, like you're going to, rocking the boat. I'm going to ride it. I'm going to ride it. Okay, this is what I'm doing in my office here. I'm going to do it. Intention doesn't do anything without action. So if you intend to be at 100 grand a month, or 100 grand a year, or a million a month, the homeless guys who founded this thing, he was in a van 3.5 years ago, living, and today he's doing $350,000, not a year, a month. A month. What's your intention? What's your action going to be? And it's not just our sponsor. It's not just some super guru. We have Kevin and Melissa. Okay, Kevin and Melissa last year filed bankruptcy. They showed up at an event, one of our Empower events, to be empowered. They showed up in San Diego a few months ago. When they showed up there, they had just filed bankruptcy last year. They were bankrupt. Okay, filed bankruptcy, lost their stuff, all that stuff that goes along with bankruptcy. You think you're broke, maybe you are. Melissa went on a little trip to see her parents, and she's gone, and Kevin goes to a call like this, or goes to a website, and he sees this, and he goes, oh, my God, this is cool. I'm going to make money with this. He set his intention. But while Melissa was gone, he took action. He went and he took the rent money, actually. Keep in mind, they didn't have any money. They didn't have any savings because they just went through bankruptcy. He took the rent money, and he came in at 6.25. Again, start at 25. I don't care where you start. The faster you want money, the more you set your intention, what you're really going after, the bigger you'll come in. If you have to stretch to come up with 125, then stretch and get there. Set your intention now. So Kevin set his intention. He said, I'm going to make money with this thing. Melissa was gone. He didn't have to ask her. He took the rent money. He got in. She came back, and he said, hey, I joined this thing. She goes, what thing? So he proceeded to tell her about our system. She said, well, you better make it work because that was the rent money. That was a few months ago. I think I might have actually not been to San Diego. It might have been the Atlanta event, which was about 6.5 months ago. They came to the event and had filed bankruptcy, and then the next event, they went from filing bankruptcy, no money in their account. I just heard them the other day, and they said, do you know what it's like to have $35,000 in your account? $35,000 in your bank account. From bankruptcy to $35K in 7 or 8 months. Now that's $35K in their bank account. They also went and paid off all their bills. They've made over $100,000 in 7 to 8 months. Come on, what's your intention? And then what's your action? Are you going to look at the bike and rock back and forth and go, I'm going to ride that bike. I'm going to ride that bike. I'm going to do it. 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 No. There's the thing called action. And that's where you just walk over to the bike and you get on the bike and you start pedaling. And if you believe in what I'm saying, if you believe the truck driver who fired his boss after 3.5 weeks, if you believe that if a truck driver can do it, you can do it. If a homeless van kid can do it, you can do it. If a bankrupt couple can do it when the husband goes behind her back and spends the $500 to get in, if they can do it, you can do it. If you believe that, then set your intention, take action. And here's what you do right now. if someone sent you this email besides me, or if I sent you the email, there's a link in the bottom of the email. What you do right now is you open up the email, or if you called into my 800 number, because the 800 number told you where to go, there's a link in there. If you don't know the number, call back my 800 number tonight, and it's in your caller ID, and leave me a message and say, Ed, call me. I'm in. I need the website. But the phone number will tell you the website. If you have problems, call me. But here's what you do. Set your intention. I'm going to make X number of dollars in the next 100 days. I will be making X number of dollars. I'll be making $10,000 a month in the next 100 days. So take action. Don't set your intention and just set your intention. In other words, set it on the shelf. Don't just rock back and forth and go, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Just do it. Go to the email, click the button, click the join page, go fill out the information, join now at $25. If you can stretch to a bigger level, do it, because you'll get to your intention faster. But then just walk over to the bike and ride the dang thing. Stop looking at it. Stop hoping for the next great big money maker thing. I got an email today. The next best thing. Okay, this guy named Jerry. I think he's a cool guy. I don't know. He's not anybody I know personally. And he said, stop joining programs like Empower that are saturated. Join this new one that has 800 people in it. Okay, just so you know, there are companies out there that bring in 100,000 people. We've brought in like 70-some thousand people. There are companies out there that bring in 100,000 people, not total, a month. I know a shake company, great shake company. I like the shakes, actually. They bring in 100,000 new people every single month because they're in momentum, and they've been doing this for several years. We're just hitting momentum. The bike is just starting to roll down the hill, man. And people that are on the bike and riding, we're taking off. I'm a leader in the company. I'm a leader in the industry. I'm going to help you. I'm going to tell you what to do. You can set your intention and say, Ed, I'm going to do it. But you have to take that intention, and that's the right thing. You should write this down. You wrote your intention. You wrote blog daily for 100 days, even if you don't want to write. And you just talk it into your phone. Do a video a day. You have 200 pieces of content. Oh, by the way, here, get this. Just a little quick nugget. If you follow my strategy and you've got 200 pieces of content out there within the next 100 days, and each of those pieces of content find you one person a year, that would be obviously 200 times one person a year. That's 200 signups in a year. Just for your information, when I hit 200 signups in this company, when I hit 200 signups, I had already profited $79,000 when I hit 200 signups. Personal signups. Now, my team gets me signups too. But think about that. So if you follow my steps, get 200 signups in a year. Now, I did it quicker than a year, but when I hit 200, I'd made $79,000. If you got your 200 robots out there that are finding you people every stinking day, and 200 robots find you one a year, and it does exactly what I do, and the numbers don't lie. It's not just for me. It does it for 71,000 members who apply the system. When that happens, 200 people will equal about $79,000, $80,000. What would you do for an extra $80,000 a year? Would you spend $25? Would you put out a piece of content a day, 2 pieces of content a day for 100 days? Oh, and if you want more money, keep putting content out. Keep putting content out every day. Keep putting your 2 pieces of content. Go past 100 days. Go to 200 days. Now you've got 200 times 200, or 200 twice. That's 400 pieces of content. And if each of them get you 1 sign up a year. I mean, I got a piece of content out there that gets me gets a sign up every single week. I got another piece of content out there that gets me a sign up every single week while I sleep. But if yours only get one a year, if you keep it up for 200 days instead of 100, 2 a day times 200, that's 400 pieces of content. If each of them get you one sign-up a year, that's $158,000 a year if you duplicate what I do. And our system duplicates. So with that, that's kind of all I got to say. I gave you a little bit of training. I told you a couple stories about people that have literally changed their lives with this thing. And I'm doing pretty good in the system. I'm a leader that will help you, but you got to help yourself. You got to get on the bike. You got to take action. Like I said, I've personally sponsored, 200 and some people. My team helps me sponsor people too. There's people in this program that have sponsored 1,000 people. All I want you to do is sponsor one a day. One a day is $10K a month. 2 a day is $30K a month. Let's get you there. So you've set your intention. You're going to do the content for yourself. I don't care what business you're in. Take action right now. Go to your email, click the button, call back your sponsor, tell them I want to join, or click the button, join, and welcome to my team. With that, God bless you all. If I don't hear from you over the next, if you don't hear from me over the next week, I'll be doing calls like this. But if for some reason we don't connect, I wish you all a happy holidays, Merry Christmas. I do believe, I don't take the Christ out of Christmas, so I believe in all that. So Merry Christmas, not just happy holidays and all that. So if I don't see you then, God bless you all. I look forward to seeing you right now. I'll see a link that you signed up here in the next 5 minutes. And that way you won't miss any of my trainings I'm going to be doing over the coming month. A lot of trainings to not just show you how to get a couple pieces of content out there a day, but take those 1 or 2 pieces of content and have them working for you in 100 places. We're going to show you how to do that. God bless you all. Take action. Get on the bike and pedal. Do it tonight. Go click the link. Join now. Bye for now.